A march as a sign of deep respect for Azerbaijani soldiers and officers who died in the battles for the territorial integrity of the country, as well as for the killed civilians and missing Azerbaijanis during the Patriotic War, was held in Baku on September 27th, the Remembrance Day. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev, First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva, young cadets and servicemen marching with placards with the pictures of our heroes who had died for the territorial integrity of our motherland during the Patriotic War, missing servicemen and civilians who had been killed as a result of crimes against humanity and war crimes by the Armenian state, once again demonstrated the unity and resolve of our nation, the love to the motherland, and the infinite respect to our martyrs. Ibrahimli Adil Asamoglu, an officer of the military unit of the Ministry of Defense, First Lieutenant Ibrahimli Adil Asamoglu, died on November 7, 2020, during the military operations unfolding on the territory of Khojavan region. He showed personal heroism while implementing special tasks as part of military operations implemented in the direction of Shusha. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, awarded Adil Ibrahimli with medals Hero of the Patriotic War, for the motherland, for the liberation of Kalbajar, and for the liberation of Shusha. Khalagova Narin Teymurgaze. Khalagova Narin Teymurgaze was born on December 17, 2019 in Ganja. Being the only child of the family, Narin was born after 5 years of longing. Narin Khalagova was killed together with her mother Sevil Askerova, as well as with her close relatives Askerov Suliddin, Askerov Bakhtiyar, and Askerova Nigar, as a result of rocket shelling of Ganja by the Armenian Armed Forces on October 17, 2020. According to the decision of the Cabinet of Ministers, Khalagova Narin Teymurgaze was awarded the status of a martyr. The march, which started from Neftçiler Avenue, continued until Memorial Complex of Patriotic War and Victory Museum, the foundation of which was laid today by President Ilham Aliyev. President, Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev, First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva, more than 3,000 cadets and military personnel of Azerbaijan Higher Military Academy named after Heydar Aliyev and Baku garrison of the Ministry of Defense of the Republic of Azerbaijan participated in the march. With our nation uniting as a feast for the liberation of our lands during the Patriotic War, which started on September 27, 2020, in response to the military provocations of Armenia against Azerbaijan, our state managed to give a worthy response to the enemy. Our people demonstrated the strengths of the unity for the defense of motherland and liberation of our lands from the occupation to the entire world. The young cadets and servicemen who swore to be worthy children of Azerbaijan and its people, to stand bravely on the guard of the motherland, remember with deep respect our compatriots who died for our territorial integrity, honor the historic victory of the Azerbaijani army during the Patriotic War. During the 44-day war, 2,907 people were killed, 7 went missing, and 94 civilians who died as a result of Armenia's crimes against civilians were given the status of martyrs. Civilians of Ganja, Aghdam, Aghjabadi, Barda, Fizuli, Goranboy, Tartar districts, targeted by the enemy, showed determination and unity for the motherland in their most difficult days, even though they lost their loved ones and homes. Representatives of different nations and religions who have lived in peace and tranquility in Azerbaijan for centuries took part in the 44-day Patriotic War to ensure the territorial integrity of our country and restore justice. The Karabakh War once again demonstrated the solidarity of Azerbaijani society, despite its different religious and ethnic national affiliation. In the 44-day Patriotic War, the Azerbaijani army, under the leadership of Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev, gave us the joy of victory and wrote a proud history of Azerbaijan. The Patriotic War once again demonstrated the great love of the Azerbaijani youth for the motherland, and our people united around the Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev. During the Iron Fist military operation, our army heroically advanced past the fortifications and defense lines built by the enemy for about 30 years. A number of events dedicated to the memory of our soldiers and officers, civilians killed in the liberation of our lands, were held on the Remembrance Day. Our martyrs were commemorated with deep respect in religious shrines in Azerbaijan, such as the Heydar Mosque, Tazapir Mosque, Yal Miranosets Orthodox Cathedral Church, Baku European Ashkenazi Jewish Synagogue, Aghdam Juma Mosque, Hudavang Temple in Kalbajar, Aghoglan Mosque in Lachin, Yukhari Gövkhar Mosque in Shusha, and other mosques, churches, and synagogues. Prayers were offered for the souls of the sons of the motherland who had died for the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan. Religious rites were performed, prayers were offered for the establishment of eternal peace in our country and the world. Thanks to the historic victory of the victorious Azerbaijani army, life is being revived in our lands, which were once occupied and destroyed by the enemy, and conditions are being created for the return of our people to those territories. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva attended a groundbreaking ceremony of the Patriotic War Memorial Complex and the Victory Museum on November 8th Avenue in Baku. According to the executive order signed by President Ilham Aliyev on December 3, 2020, the establishment of Memorial Complex and Victory Museum in Baku was tasked to commemorate and demonstrate to the public the unparalleled heroism and great historical victory of the Azerbaijani people in the Great Patriotic War and to perpetuate the dear memory of our martyrs. During the past period, a design of the Patriotic War Memorial Complex and the Victory Museum has been prepared. According to the design, a museum will be established in the complex to perpetuate the memory of the soldiers and officers and all of our martyrs who fought heroically for the liberation of our lands. The name of every martyr of the Great Patriotic War will be engraved in the museum complex, and the exhibits will once again demonstrate the courage of the soldiers and officers fighting for the freedom of our territories and the resolve of our people. The complex will be surrounded by a park. After the groundbreaking ceremony, President Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva came to the seaside boulevard. At 12 p.m., a minute of silence was observed throughout the country in memory of the martyrs. The warships lined up on the shores of the Caspian Sea whistled and fired. President Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva visited the grave of the nationwide leader Heydar Aliyev at the Alley of Honor.